hitting the 30-day mark kind of made it real for me. Because like you were saying, there were so many grave attempts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my counting gets fucked up, man. My counting gets off, and I know it does, because I'd get out of jail, and 4 days later, I'd be like, I've been out of jail for like 3 weeks. Or I'd go through a dry spell with some drugs or something, and be like, I haven't gotten high in like 7 days, and it's been like 4 hours or something. You know, like my perception is so off, but having that dated, you know. This was the last time I used or drank, and this is my 30-day mark, and counting up to that and reaching that 30 days and getting a tag, you know, getting a chip at a meeting or whatever, being recognized and recognizing that I made 30 days was a huge accomplishment. And so I think that's a big part of it, but I started feeling really good. And I've watched people come in and out of sobriety and in and out. And it's funny, I was talking about this the other day, like the fellowship of sobriety, whether it's on Instagram, in person, at a gym, however you're getting your sobriety, the fellowship within it is so miraculous that we think a lot of times, I've watched a lot of people, including myself, think 30 days is the peak of what it could be like.
Of wellness.
Yeah. Come in, and within 10 or 15 days of being sober, we can feel so different.
Sure.
So completely different, and feel so at peace and all that stuff, that a lot of times I've seen it take people out. I've seen people come in and go, God, I feel so good. I think I could probably handle a drink.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll raise my hand to that.
Yeah.
I've had profound experiences of wellness within 10 or 15 days of sobriety that made me convinced that was it.
Yeah. For me, it was, I've never taken a drink while I've felt this good though. So right. It'll probably be different. It'll be different. Like I've never felt as spiritual as I do right now.
I understand myself a little better.
Yeah. So I think a drink will probably hit different right now. Yeah. And, and sometimes that's just what has to happen. That's the lesson that we have to go through, some of us.
So, I mean, I've had so many, like I've shared that, I accidentally stayed clean for 3 years. I went into treatment when I was 24. I was in treatment for 4 months. Obviously, I imagine I could have used while I was in treatment if I tried hard enough, but I didn't try that hard. But it didn't seem that. I've heard of people using in treatment, but that wasn't my experience. I ended up one of the other types of people that found myself separated from my connections, and the cravings were manageable and stuff like that. So I didn't use while I was in treatment. So I was there for 4 months. And so I got my 30 days that time while I was in treatment. But then when I got out of treatment 4 months later, I accidentally stayed clean for 3 years. And I always say accidentally because I didn't do the work to maintain long-term sobriety. I just kind of fiddle-farted around, and I found great fellowship. I found something that I could talk like and be like and connect with and that stuff, but I didn't have the necessary willingness to go deep like I have this time. And so after that 3 years and I relapsed, I'm certain that I couldn't get another 30 days together. I didn't pick up any chips for any time in the next 6 or 7 years from the time I relapsed to the time I came back in this time. And so that's kind of like my latest experience with the last 30 days is what I think I'm going to talk about today, because that's the one that's most close to me. It's the one that's lasted the longest.
Sure.
And so I think a lot of people can relate with that. In the rooms of AA where we're from, we call them retreads. We're retreads. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
That revolving door.